Let's be honest, building a multi-million pound property portfolio or being successful in business is just hard work. Now, if this is the first time that you've come across me, my name is James Sinclair. I'm a UK entrepreneur. I've got a sizable business and I've built up a sizable property portfolio. And I started this when I was just a teenager. Fast forward to now, I own commercial properties, residential properties, day nurseries, visitor attractions, and employ over 450 people. I'm not telling you all this to show off. I just want to give you some context to my life, because right now I'm about to take on my biggest ever challenge yet. We're going to try and buy £1 million worth of property with hardly any money. Just a few months ago, I had this northerner come on my podcast and he said to me that he'd controlled 38 properties and he was making £6,000 a month from scratch, and he'd done it all in 6 months.
Hi, my name's Nathan Winch. I'm an investor, been in the game for just over a decade. At the moment, I'm looking at a strategy known as lease options.
So we asked Nathan to flex his muscles and show me just how this is possible.
I've done it myself already. If we can work with James and try and persuade him that this is possible, because James is of the mindset that you need capital to deploy to make a return, and show him tools of how you can do that with a lot less money and in a quicker sort of time period.
So we decided to do it. We're attempting to build £1 million property portfolio in just a matter of 60 days from scratch. Is it possible? Let's find out. Let's be clear, I won't be buying anything unless it follows my 6 property investment rules. Location. It's so important that we find the right areas that are going to rent out easily where there's a demand for tenants. Return on investment. I want at least 20% for the cash that I'm investing. This one's the biggie. I want at least 10% rent of total capital deployed. That means if I buy a house for £100,000, I want at least £10,000 a year in rent coming back. I need to get below market value properties. This protects me in case there's a downturn in the market. No refurbs. I don't want to buy any fixer-uppers. I want to be able to get a property, rent it out and get instant cash flow as fast as possible. Because I ain't a builder. This is an investment, not a business. Property investments are like buses. There's always another one coming along. So I want to make sure that I get on the right bus. So Nathan, to help the audience understand in the simplest form, why didn't you get a jumper just one size bigger?
Well, I thought about it, but I was like, I didn't have time to try it on.
That's what those stitches are doing there. Release me. What everyone wants to know is how we're going to do lease options. What are lease options? Because to me, it's complicated. Simplify it for us and our dear audience.
Yeah, so you've got a house. The house can't sell for whatever reason, so let's say it's worth 70. You offer the vendor to say, okay, well, we'll pay that, but we'll pay for it in, let's say, 7 years. And in that time, you pay a below market value rent to the vendor.
But why would they accept that?
Well, because it's hassle-free. So if that's been on the market for, let's say, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, that vendor's motivated. It might be that they've moved house, so that might have been their previous residential home. So they're not interested in renting out.
I think people are going to be watching this thinking, he's talking in la-la land. Are there actually people out there that actually hate being a landlord that much? And the answer to that you're saying is yes.
That's true, yeah. Or maybe in one of the circumstances we've had before, they've been a landlord for the first time, they've been stung, so they've not got the rent, they've had a bad tenant, it's put them off for life, and then they realise they can't sell the property and we take it on, and that's an actual situation that we had not long ago. So there are people that don't want to be a landlord, the same as there are people that don't want to be an entrepreneur. They'd rather have a job, they'd rather have a simple life. Being a landlord is not always simple.
Finding people that are motivated landlords and people that don't want to own property anymore isn't a walk in the park, is it? So we found a property, 70,000, and we're going to say we're going to pay for it in 7 years' time, is that right?
That's their asking price. Maybe it's only worth 65 or something like that, so it's unmortgageable at that price. You'll say, okay, we'll give you that in 7 years. We're making a judgment on the capital appreciation. So let's say in 7 years it's worth 100k. And this is where buying a house with no deposit comes into it. Because obviously, if it's worth 100 and you've agreed to pay 70, the vendor can't back out of allowing you to pay 70. So with the right sort of bridging company, you can borrow 75k on the value of the house.
And why can't they back out though?
Because they're in an option agreement, which has unilateral termination for the buyer. So the buyer can cancel, but the seller can't. Which is why it's an option, not a commitment to buy.
So when you do this, do you pay for someone to go and seek their own legal advice?
Yes.
So that they're told as clear as mud that, you know, in 7 years' time, if this property goes up in value, you're still going to only get this amount of money, but you would have had some payments in between via rent, if you like, that might cover their mortgage payment.
If I say to you, you know, you're going to invest in property, you'll automatically think that you need a lot of money. That's not necessarily true. You do need some money, but it's a lot less than what people think, and I'm hoping this can show people some of the tools that they can use to do it themselves.
So now we know what a lease option is. Let's go and find those deals.
Had a bit of a nightmare. Got up at 6 o'clock. Got in a taxi to Wickford to London Liverpool Street, London Liverpool Street, over the Tubey Wooby, here to London's King's Cross. Train's been cancelled. Doesn't look great for the start of the video, but things are getting good because we've been to Pret a Manger. And all great things start at Pret. We've got to go to Sheffield now rather than direct to York, and then from Sheffield to York. It's a bit of a nightmare, but we're getting to see glorious Yorkshire, aren't we, Chancellor?
This is from one of my properties. Boilers leaked everywhere. This is an apartment that we own. Not what everyone wants to see, is it? I can see me saying, yeah, this works. The process works. But is it worth my time investment? We're filming lots of conversations in the car. We're going to go and quickly buy a GoPro. So we're going to pop into Curry's, PC World. They sell PCs and chicken tikka masala. That's what we're going to do.
He's bought everything.
Got all the essentials, mate.
Do you not like paying 5p for carrier bag?
Nice healthy stuff. Want a Pringle?
Yeah, go on then. Seatbelt.
Alright. Chad, you're not usually on film, but you're going to be on film, aren't you then?
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
A little bit?
Yeah, so we've had a bit of a, let's say, tip-off for a property in Scarborough.
On Rightmove.
Yeah. It's actually direct to vendor, mate.
That means you're going direct to seller, no estate agent involved. Before you go any further, I know you want to revel, don't you? I want to revel in how you do this.
Right. So we've put some basic advertising now on things like National Landlords Association magazines. These are the old knackered landlords, want out, retiring early, and we've had some responses from that. One of them...
So how much do you spend on marketing a month to find these deals?
Probably about £1,000 a month.
See, that's something that most people are not prepared to do, are they?
No.
Where are we going? Talk us through it.
Scarborough, Newcastle, Darlington, Durham, to Blackpool, maybe Preston, Stoke-on-Trent, and then you guys are going to go home.
Once, I was in my car and my sat-nav froze and I got lost in Blackpool about 4 or 5 years ago. And I saw a side of England that I didn't know existed. And I don't mean that in, you know, like a derogatory way. And I just thought to myself, wow, this is the north-south divide that people talk about. That worries me to invest in an area like that. What I've learned in my business career is, you know, nothing's for free. Usually, if something's cheap and it's got a high yield, like a huge return on investment, usually there is more risk involved. But you don't think that about Blackpool, do you? Look at your little face. No.
So, no.
But what sort of properties are we going to end up looking at? Like, I mean, what are they going to look like?
Why are you looking at me like that? They're going to be good properties.
I mean, you are making money from this genuinely, aren't you? You're doing. I mean, because looking at your jumper, I wouldn't think so. But
No, this is Primark essential. But,
I mean, look all your paints. You look like a burglar covered in
coat's
paint.
in the back.
Hello, I'm James. Nice to meet you, sir.
Too much work
So,
for the fact that we want to keep it as low money as possible.
Get the heating on now. It was an eye-opener for how other people live compared to where we come from as a family. It took me a bit back to, you know, my mum living in a flat and It makes me really want to help them rather than, you know. But I mean, yeah, I'm not interested in running HMOs. I've done that before, and that's not for me. But I could see that, you know, a good little deal, turn that into 3 flats.
Like we said inside, it could be a good deal, but it's not really what we're looking for the task. We don't want to be doing big refurbs, do we? Really, because that's going to increase the amount of money you have to put into it.
Well, I'm going to have to, because I'm like a kid in a toy shop. When I see a deal, I'm like, right, come on, let's go. But I know that what we're trying to do here is, you know...
Good opportunity, not right for what we're looking for.
We've just had a nice carvery in there. As you can see, if Nathan eats any more carveries, this zip isn't going to work. So we was going to get some extra steps in by looking around another property, but we've been let down, and you saying that happens a lot.
It does, yeah. So the vendors kind of
Frustrating.
let us down. So they were supposed to show us round today, and they're just not going back to us. So but that happens, you see, that happens.
This is the thing, like, yes, you're saying you can get these deals and stuff, but does it warrant your time investment into doing these things?
But that's it. That's business. That's life. You know. It's sometimes people let you down.
I like this. Oh, I thought it was leather.
That's fine. Cool.
I thought I'd sort of make this quick video on what I thought of today. Usually when there's a high return on investment, then there's a higher risk, and I'm trying to think about why I might have an appetite to do something like that as an entrepreneur. I've taken risks all my life. That's my initial thoughts. You know, I really want to say, yes, anyone can do this. It's an amazing opportunity. And, you know, I think I'm leaning towards saying, look, I think you've got to have a comfort around you. I think those things worry me that not just any old person can do this. It's got to be someone very confident that's got time and effort to put in. Oh, gosh, I'm so tired. And be prepared to do this. Like, literally get up, cabs, trains, automobiles and planes, whatever the sayings is.
I'm just going to see if there's any salads I might like. We love these, don't we, in the office, Chuds? Do a bag of them a day. Good. Just delicious. Day 2, got all the essentials. Nathan forced all that bad food on me yesterday. Can I Pringle?
Yeah, go on then.
Where we going?
Over there.
We'll have to keep you on a lead, won't we? You're just wandering off. But yeah, Chuds, look at the healthy stuff. We've got blueberries, chicken, what are these called? Tangerines. Oh, they must have just fell in. Then chocolate peanuts. Must have just fell in. So how many properties have you got in this road, Nath?
I don't have any anymore because I sold them. I had number 4, which I sold to an investor, number 3, which I sold to an investor. Whatever number that one is, sold to an investor. They're obviously doing some work, and the one with the brown door as well, so yeah.
Which one are we going into?
We're going in number 2 with the red door, if we can get in. None of the keys work. None of the keys are working. I think they've given me the wrong keys, Ben.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think they have.
So this is quite a deprived area, isn't it? Well, what are you thinking, Chad? Are you ready to invest?
Basically, this key's not right for this house, so we've contacted the vendor, let them know we want to have a look round.
Well, let's just go down the road to Stoke-on-Trent now.
Well, yeah, let's just go down the road, yeah, quick 4-hour journey.
Right, where are we going now?
Probably Newcastle, I think, which is just down the road.
It's just unbelievable. So, Chad, would you invest in that?
No.
But why?
It just looks like a hard place to get a tenant.
Yeah, I think it would be, because there were so many houses up for let.
For this property, it's about 120 quid a month, the mortgage.
So you pay the vendor £120 a month, you then rent it out for £400 a month.
Roughly 300 to 400.
You do an option agreement to buy that for 40 grand, but you've got up to 10 years to pay the 40 grand. People that watch my stuff on my YouTube channel are mostly business owners, and because I'm an Essex boy, I think I attract a southern audience. This will bamboozle people's mind that there are properties up here for £40,000 that will bring in £400 a month of rent. You know, I'll be spending £110,000 in Essex to get every £400 worth of rent. So if I was buying just on cash flow, this makes much more sense. We're now going up to Newcastle. How many properties have we seen in Newcastle?
So we've seen one in Newcastle.
Of course we are. I could do with a wee Willy Winkle.
Right.
So after some pretty rubbish results and not having the keys, we decided to drown our sorrows and head to the pub.
But I'm quite happy with we've had no success yet, because this is what goes into finding good deals and the amount of time we put in.
People don't realise the effort that Deal Source has put into this sort of stuff.
You can view 10 properties, not get anything, and then you can get one property that works, and then you can have a month of good properties, and it's just unreliable. So when people see, oh yeah, what have you done to find this property, they only see the one we've actually viewed and it's been a success.
So this one, it's got a tenant at the moment, like 180 quid a month to the seller, and the rent that they're paying, I think, is just touch over 400 quid a month. Been in 10 years, agent takes 8%.
You know, because I haven't got my Star Trek goggles to see inside, but you know. No, we're going from County Durham to Hartlepool to Newcastle.
Yeah.
And hopefully one of these properties we're going to go in. We're going to go in.
We're going to actually go in.
Yeah, we're going to go in, yeah.
He's finally done something correct.
Positivity. Mind the mail.
So how much is this?
So this one's secured, I think, at about 50,000.
You get a lot for your money, don't you? I can't
Yeah. So the numbers on this one, it's about £175 a month for the lease on this one. The agent said we can probably get about 450. So I'd probably say up here you could probably get away with the carpets and just a little bit of a paint job. It's actually pretty good, isn't it? It's one of the better ones, and because the option price is set really good, this would be one that's decent for turning over to the term debt.
You look at the size of that, it's a big old... So the landlord, why doesn't he just put someone in there cheap?
This is the same landlord as some of the ones in Nottingham. So he's skint, can't afford the letting fees. Literally, you know, some of the houses were so derelict that he had environmental protection orders that were imminent. He just had to get rid, and so we took this one off him as part of the bigger deal. He's happy just receiving the 170, 180 quid a month or whatever it is. I can't remember off the top of my head. And I know you can get, I'm achieving currently 460 a month just down the road.
So what's your thoughts, mate?
Well, so I was just bringing up BBC mortgage calculator. If you could buy that off that landlord for 38,000, like just in case he wanted a quick. So your mortgage on interest only is £126 a month.
Well, hang on a minute. No, they're going to look at your circumstances, aren't they? So,
because you're talking about me, we're trying to do this challenge as if anyone can do it.
4%.
But you think that this property could achieve 450 a
450 minimum.
You're confident of that?
I'm achieving it down the road.
And then you've got to do minus what percentage for the agent? 414 minus 130 for the mortgage. I mean, worst case, you'd be making £250 a month cash flow. So you see, like if you put £3,000 into that, you can make that lovely, can you? New bathroom, new.
Fantastic.
It's nice that we've actually been able to go in one today.
It's very nice, yeah, that we've seen a property. Yeah.
Wait, where are we going now?
We're in Newcastle.
Hopefully before it gets dark.
Come on then. We're not going in, but the person is sitting in the front window, and we've got torches and cameras outside their house.
Peering in. Now, this is a good property, so the guys that rent this have been in for like nearly 12 years.
Yeah.
And they're paying about, I think, £580 a month. Monthly payments to the seller's about £280. Secured on a £100,000 purchase price. It's probably worth a little bit more than that.
We're right in the middle
We're
of...
right in the centre of Newcastle. Right, like you can walk round to the city centre. But no, it's a great location. There's going to be good capital growth. If you want capital growth in the north east, you want to be in Newcastle.
Well, I want an umbrella, that's what I want. We're going to Blackpool now. We're the only Wallies in the whole of the UK that go into Blackpool in November. Even the bloke at the hotel's going, are you sure? Are you sure you want to come to a seaside town in Britain in November? We're like, yeah. Bottle of water, bottle of water, bottle of water. So we're in Blackpool now, guys. As Nathan thinks this is the property hotspot of the UK right now. 7 years ago, when I was looking at buying some properties in Blackpool. I actually looked myself. The reason I didn't do it is because Blackpool was depopulating. Is that still happening? Do you know?
It seems to have stabilised a little bit, but it's not as bad as it used to be.
That's a huge problem for a property investor.
This is a place where it's got to be long game, otherwise it won't work.
I want long term to be in my lifetime, and that is the thing that worries me.
The property challenge is challenging. It's almost as challenging as this wallpaper. Yeah, we wanted to prove that this can be done for anyone. Can we prove it? I'm not so sure. There's some things that I'm looking around, like we're in Blackpool, done a bit of research on Blackpool. It's a depopulating town, i.e. people are leaving and not coming here. Unlike Manchester, for example, which is growing in population every single year. Nathan's sort of saying that Blackpool is stabilising now. I can't make my full decisions on whether I want to do this or not yet. The property I saw in Newcastle that was from the outside, like it was in the city centre, it's like there's a buzz going around there. You know, yeah, I get that it's formulas, not feelings, that your return on investment has to stack up. But you want to be choosing towns where people want to live and want to work, and that's important for me. So there you go. That's.
It's day 3 and it's time for brekkie in Blackpool. But someone didn't like what I posted on Facebook last night.
Last night I put some social media posts about this bathroom. It's a bit dirty, so I just put it on social media to let everyone know, get conversations going. And I got a bit of backlash from Lee.
Going back to it, James is a multi-millionaire. Got an amazing house, top of the range car, not scared to spend money. Now, last night, James stayed in, I wouldn't be surprised if it was less, a £25 a night B&B. Oh, dirty hairs, Blackpool, what can I find? James didn't need to stay in that. James could have stayed in the Hilton by Hampton, the New Beach. Effectively what's happened is it's been engineered that he stays in a hotel and makes Blackpool look bad because that's what's going to get him views. And I think that is the one thing that I'm not happy with. And effectively now everyone on James's page, of which he has a lot of people, is going to basically carry on with that perception that Blackpool is. Will James's post affect the economy in Blackpool? Yeah. It might only be a few £1,000s. It might be one hotel owner that's now lost a booking.
You get dirty stuff in Essex, in London, in Liverpool, in Manchester, and I just think it's a bit unfair. So I said, come and meet me. So he is meeting me because he thinks I'm just here to slag Blackpool off. I'm here to see if we can find some property investments. We're doing a show to try and prove that property investing isn't easy as everyone makes it out, that there is work, time, effort that has to go into it, and we're trying to do it as frugally as possible. He's saying, oh, you're some, multi-millionaire that can afford to live anywhere, but you've chose to do this to get views and stuff. No, that's not the point of it. Yeah, we want to get views on our YouTube channel. Yes, we want to get this out to as many people, to help as many people as possible. Yeah, I do have a slight ego. I'm an entertainer at home. I like people watching our stuff. And we wanted to do it as frugally as possible. We didn't want to stay in the Hilton. We want to stay in the heart of Blackpool. Who doesn't want to see wallpaper like this? But I am very down to earth, I think, than most people would think. Just because I've got a business and I've done some stuff in life doesn't mean that I'm still not down to earth. I live quite a frugal lifestyle, mate, and if I'm staying in hotels for work, I'll always try and get the cheapest possible.
Hello, mate.
Yeah.
Got the hump with me, haven't you?
Are we filming?
Yeah.
I haven't got the hump with you. I've got the hump with what we portrayed last night. You stayed in there for a reason.
Come here, give me a cuddle. No, Nathan put this together.
There's a bigger picture here, and it's something that...
Well, he believes that.
It's something
he's trying to convince me.
Well, if you believe that, why did you manufacture staying in that B&B last night?
Because he's tight, yeah. He's from Yorkshire.
You could have got in touch with me and I could have got you a really nice place.
No, because he's organising it all.
Do you know what I've actually got? I've got an empty B&B, empty HMO, which is high class. You could have come and seen it.
No, but listen to me, Lee. Listen to me,
let me finish. But you wanted to portray something and you wanted to do something that was...
Absolutely not. No, because
Nathan...
disagreement
and that's all right.
No, because I want you to understand.
Yeah.
I don't want you to just think I'm doing... Yeah. So Nathan's organised... I didn't know any of the properties we're seeing.
Literally trying to convince him that this is a place to invest, because it is.
strip everything away. Do you understand what effect your post that you put out across all your social media will have on this town?
Well, no, because it was messy. It was dirty.
I know it
it's
was,
fact.
but
You could have that in Essex. No, I don't think it does affect this town. I come to Blackpool every February for the Magic Convention, mate.
No,
I love
stop
Blackpool.
that.
But I was in a dirty B&B. I don't think that will affect the economy in this town.
But I mean, we're going to disagree on one fact, and I won't even ask because you're not going to admit it, even if you did do it. I think you stayed in there to manufacture views, and I think the effects of that and the stuff you've put out online
to you, mate,
is detrimental to this town.
But we might be buying properties in Blackpool, so why would we be slagging it off?
I know, but I've only spent the last couple of days with him, really. He's like a big toddler, right? We didn't know he put that post out. We didn't know he put that picture on. It was cost efficient, and I'm trying to show...
So he's the auctionman.
He's a nightmare, man.
But Nathan, I've probably spent more time with him than you have.
Exactly, yeah,
So
you have,
I don't not know him, and I've just ranted online. I know him very well, and that's why I've done it.
What do you mean,
because I know him. There's no point carrying on the conversation. I've got a point of view which I absolutely 100% agree.
Yeah.
You're going to disagree, that's business.
I'd put that on there to get attention, I would say.
Yeah.
But I'm an attention seeker. We need to get going.
Right.
Where go?
Thanks for your time, appreciate it.
I look forward to seeing your apology video later.
Should we get a picture?
Yeah.
After that little romantic liaison with Lee, we decided to hit the road and view 2 more properties in the glorious town of Blackpool.
Slam dunk, are you ready to make me? I'm here and I'm riding the fast lane.
Basically, there's another landlord. He's had enough. Nathan has sourced this. This is a huge flat downstairs. I just can't believe it just goes on and on. People that live in Blackpool, do they commute into Liverpool, Manchester to work?
The biggest thing that I think that you've ever mentioned, like, that would have got me excited more than anything is what this local agent said, why local agents are so important to property investors, is the direct route into Liverpool and Manchester.
Yeah, so instead of living in Manchester now, they can live somewhere like this, commute to work, pushes the values up. Take you there later if you want.
Man bar.
The Man Bar.
Get that on Shot Chuds.
That's our sort of place.
A lot of people think I am, by the way. I mean, I was, but I'm not anymore.
Like, as the challenge progresses, the big thing for me is I'm used to buying nicer properties than this in residential. I know it's all about formulas, but I want to buy good, safe, easy stuff. And if you do buy nicer stuff, I always think it tenants easier.
The Manchester Preston guys dropped out, so we're not viewing that property now. So now what we can do is we can go straight to Stoke-on-Trent, just get there, view the property whenever we want, because I've got the key. Cash flow side, I've tried to balance it for you.
Accent. If I was, you'd be the sort of guy I was interested in. Mate, your voice is very romantic, isn't it?
Is it romantic?
It's just... I've been trying to look at the capital appreciation.
And on that note, we should probably get out of here.
We're keeping all that kind of stuff here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
I can't stand his voice.
Yeah, I'll keep this conversation in here.
Kitchen's good to go. £2,000 refurb. You know when you think this guy knows nothing. No, to be fair, £2,000 worth of painting and decorating upstairs and out there, because the whole thing, I get that. That needs a new bathroom and kitchen, doesn't it? Have you seen that toilet?
Worth about 75,000. We've got it secured at 60 for 10 years. The monthly is £200 a month.
And the rent will be?
At least 500.
At least 500.
Come on, gang, let's go.
Judd's knows what I'm going to say. This is my stepladder, my real ladder left home. This, I can just see, this is a right bit of my cup of tea, this, because I've refurbished this. Yeah, you put, even if it costs you £5,000, new kitchen, blah, 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 and then it's passive. There'd probably be, I'd prefer it if there was 1 more bedroom, so it's a 3-bed, because 3 beds usually are. Yeah, I like this. This is a good one. No, this is great. This is a great deal. Maybe, Chaz, hopefully we can give him a round of applause to Nathan for doing something right on the dock. But no, you've been fantastic. Finally, Lazy Nathan has finally done some work with a property I'm impressed with, and we're going to buy it. All this deal sourcing naturally got us hungry, so it's time for more food. So after some top northern nosh, we got into discussing numbers. Nathan over the last 3 days has toured the country with me, showing me up to £996,000 worth of properties in terms of valuation. The real tricky sticky wicket for him is I only like one of them, the Stoke-on-Trent bad boy. So now we've really got some work to do. I'm thinking we can't let our viewers down. We've got to try and
We've got to get to millions.
Yeah.
I'm going to look for some more stuff. So we're happy with these ones so far.
Yeah. Fast forward another week and Nathan's come to my offices to show me some new properties. The thing is, what gets my biddy goat's gruff is this guy wants to charge me for finding these properties. Now, I know what you're going to say, is you're going to say, well, that's my fees. But I'm also going to say, we're making a big video here that's going to help you greatly, and I will help you for the rest of your life. You need to be looking after me here, should you want a friend like me. Don Corleone would say. I know that you want to buy yourself a new jumper.
I won't be able to, will I?
You want to charge me £4,000 to find a property that's not even below market value in Newcastle. Everyone else has got to pay the full price though. It's just that I feel I'm putting in at least £100,000 worth of marketing value to you.
Maybe we'll have to quantify that.
Can't you find a little block of flats or something? Here we are, Chad's just got to Leicester Square in London. Let me tell you what's going on right now. We're about to meet Nathan for an update on where we are with the challenge. The thing is, the properties that Nath served up just weren't my cup of tea. And I'm a big believer in businesses like buses. There's always another one coming along, and I just don't feel like I was on the right bus. It wasn't good enough for me, and I'm committing to, even if I don't put the money down straight away, eventually I've got to pay back millions of pounds. I said to Nathan, go and find me some better stuff, preferably a portfolio of properties. So we agreed to meet in London. He lives in Yorkshire, I live in Essex, sort of in the middle, favourable to me, and see if he's come up with any better properties. Let's find out. So here I am in the Christmas market, Leicester Square, with Nathan, and I decided to put £1 million into a bit of fudge, because that's how much it cost here. It's expensive, that one.
It's really expensive.
Are we going to do this challenge? What do you think?
Well, I'm a little bit worried, you know. We did get you everything that you asked for. Then at the last minute, you said, I don't want any of that. And then you said, well, I'll take this little one here, and then but I'll get rid of all the rest of the crap.
So we got one over the line.
We got one over the line.
Stoke-on-Trent.
70 grand. We're not quite there.
We're 930,000 away, that's all.
Yeah, and it's only the middle of December.
We've got 10 days before we stop filming. So in the next 10 days, we've just got to secure £970,000, £930,000 worth of property. I have every faith in you, because you're the one that'll look stupid, not me.
You can't have everything.
Yes, we can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you cannot.
No.
Yeah,
yes, you can.
Well,
you have your investment rules, and if it doesn't work, you just say, no, I'm not going to buy that one.
That's fine, but we're under time constraints.
But I just don't want to buy 400 grand's worth of property and you're only bringing in 12 grand a year worth of rent. You know, you're just doing it for ego's purposes. You know, and I want people to watch this and see, right, James says you've got to have a good return on investment. We're looking as close as we can to 20% return on investment, and whatever capital's deployed, whether it's bank's money, your money, Bridges' money, whoever's money, you've got to have at least 10% rent back.
Yeah, we've got 2 portfolio landlords. One in Nottingham, one in Bournemouth, 4 in Nottingham, 1 in Bournemouth. But the one in Bournemouth is a huge, massive house on the seafront that's converted into 8 flats. Some 2 beds, some 1 bed, some studios.
And what's the valuation of the one in Bournemouth?
It's going to be about £1 million just for the one in Bournemouth, yeah.
And then what about the portfolio in Nottingham?
About 350,000, I think.
If we get this all off, we'll be at 1.4.
We need to focus, yeah. No, I am worried, I'm not worried, and I am worried. Yeah, it'll be close enough.
Like that.
Well,
they're the rules.
Sick and tired of you.
Now you put a bit more effort into
made
it.
me work a little bit more.
But are these better properties?
They are better properties. They're
There you
better
go.
properties
There
for
you go.
both rent and capital.
Dear viewer,
appreciation.
you see, this is, if you're going to do any work with Nathan going forward, you think, I want him to sort some stuff for me, make him work for his money. Another bit of fudge.
It's squeaky bum time. It's the 11th of December and time is running out. So we're off to Bournemouth to see this block of flats that Nathan's found. And we're going to meet the landlord on site. Meet Brian.
Hello, sir. Lovely to meet you. It's lovely to meet you. This lovely man here, Brian, and he's got this big block of flats. Hopefully we're going to buy them off of him, and he's going to go and spend all the money enjoying the twilight years of his life, and he's quite honest about it.
Hey?
When are you next going away?
Well, I can't at the moment, can I, with this? You won't let me, would you? What's that?
A biscuit. You lost.
You bloody biscuit.
Not mine.
Yeah. I thought I was going to say no. Where do you actually live then?
I live in Essex.
Where?
Essex.
Is it good? And there's you turns off. I thought it was going to be somebody pretty, you know. 2 flats right at the top, the little ones. We sold them, but we still own the freehold of it all.
What do you want to get for them?
It's got to be over $1 million. 85 now.
No.
Yeah. Oh, you've never had. You can't beat age, I'm afraid. Mush is a bastard, but you can't beat it.
No. Last night someone said age is something that is if you make, if you get old, you're lucky because so few don't, and that's.
Yeah, new information, bit of an information overload, couldn't think on the spot. He's getting quite a lot of rent for some of these. So I thought we were getting about 6.5 for 8 flats. We're actually getting 6 for 6 flats. The fact that we're getting more rent than we thought actually has balanced out the fact we've lost 2 flats.
Well, he dropped the million bombshell.
He dropped the million bombshell, yeah.
After meeting the wonderful Brian, who I like very much, he dropped the clanger of the £1 million asking price. The problem is the property is not title split, i.e. it's just as one big block of flats, not individual flats, which really downvalues it. With that in mind, we're only willing to pay $800,000 maximum, so there's still some negotiating to be done. So gang, you've guessed it, we're hungry again. So we popped into KFC, those popcorn chicken bites.
Thank you very much, darling. Cheers.
I already want a drink, I've had one bite. Joe, I'd much rather have a duvet day today.
Could I have just a Coke by itself, please?
Milky Bar Crushing, 2 of them.
Actually, no. Can we get 3 Milky Bar Crushams? Cheers, thank you. Do you know 2 of these is your daily allowance of calories?
2?
2 of these is your daily allowance.
You're not having 2.
No, but I'm just saying, aren't I?
Did you see that, Chad?
Somebody got me it as a present.
What? He's got his name on his cup. He's just driving along on his own. Oh, it is mine.
Nathan Pops took us up to Nottingham to look at a portfolio of properties he'd acquired from a landlord, and once again I didn't like them. He even showed us a house that turned out to be a flat.
That was a flat, wasn't it? Did you think it was a house?
I did. I thought it's the first time I've seen it.
Out of all the stuff that we've seen, Bournemouth's my favourite. It's got the capital growth, it's got fantastic rent roll compared to the capital we're putting up. I said that we should put an offer in of 750. Brian wanted £1 million, but
yeah, it wasn't happening. Yeah, I've had a text message from Caroline basically.
You've had a text message?
I've had a text message.
And what did
she said she's got some more info, so we'll give her a ring.
Hi, Nate.
Hello, my darling. How are you?
Yeah, so originally offered 725, which she made noises along the lines of, was hoping for more. During the discussion, I outlined the issues with the property and the difficulties in buying it.
Yeah.
And offered, so basically I've increased the offer now to 750. Yeah, he's not turned it down, which is promising, and he said that they will go and discuss with their accountant. Yeah, they're going to get back to me over the next couple of days, so looks promising.
What I'm saying is, right, okay, you are now a sophisticated established investor, you've created rules for yourself which I would tell anyone to do, Nathan. That is so important. Listen to what I'm saying though. Just because we've found properties that meet those rules doesn't mean that they're just littered everywhere for everybody to find.
The thing is, you show me that Bournemouth stuff, and that's great, isn't it?
It is great. It's really good. That it sickles me to give it to you.
I am going to buy you a new jumper for Christmas, because from all the jumpers that have debuted in this dog, this one really does take the biscuit.
It's the 21st of December. We've got 5 days till the video comes out. We need to get some more deals over the line. So Nathan's found one more property in Altrincham, and he says it's a must-see.
Oh, no faff to you, mate.
Nathan squeezed in one more property here in Altrincham, this beast, and I love it. It's one of the best that we've seen. I think we can turn that into 4 or 5 flats, definitely 4. It's already cash flow, it's got some people tenanting it. Well done, Nathan. You're going from Nathy Pops, lazy Nathan, to genius Nathan now. In the space of a 45-minute documentary, I could kiss you, I will. Because one of my rules, I said at the beginning of the documentary, is that I don't want to do any fixer-uppers. Well, this is much more than a fixer-upper. This is a proper development job, and I see literally huge amounts of returns here. We can buy this for, I think, 380, 40, 50,000 into this, turn this into 4 really good flats. This is it, folks. It's the grand finale. We've literally travelled the length and the breadth of the United Kingdom to find amazing properties. But we've also seen some really terrible properties that I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot barge pole. I mean, who's got a barge pole when it comes to barge poles? This is the moment that I find out the valuation of the properties that we've secured, that I've agreed that I want to buy. And he's going to tell me how much cash I've actually got put in. Right gang, it's results day. I'm here with Nathan. We've got another great jumper here from Nathan, but also we've got 2 envelopes, the red one and the gold one. The red one is cash in. This is the cash I've got to put in to acquire these properties. And this is the value of all the properties. Which one do you want to do first, Nathan?
We'll go with the value first to show the viewers
go with
what
the
we're actually buying. Yeah.
Value. I mean, is that true? £1,715,000 worth of property. If I was to buy that normally, I'm looking with stamp duty, 600,000 of cash, easily. This is the thing that I want to know now. What's my cash in? Chad, I hope you're gonna edit over some cheesy music, drum roll music here. It's a biggie. I wasn't expecting it to be as much as that. £84,375,000, still a considerable saving. That's not a walk in the park, that's quite a chunky amount of money. Have you made that up?
The money we'd have to put towards bridging fees, legal fees, all of the fees that you've paid us so far, absolutely everything, all in one lump sum.
To refurb that property that we've just seen, probably got another.
Yeah, but I think it's important to point out that with the property we've just seen, you probably could get it up to scratch with 4 or 5k to run it as it is. But you want to do something different, because this is real life, remember? So you want to do something different.
And also, I didn't want to do really any lease options.
No, so I think the important thing to remember, this might be a lot of money, but you will own these properties.
So I'm going to, in our next challenge that's going to come out in 2020, I'm going to set up a business from scratch that makes that amount of profit that I can take out of it. So I'm going to put the money in, I'll be honest, I'm going to put the 84,375 pounds in, and I'm going to buy these properties, but then I'm going to set up a business from scratch that makes that, so that we can prove that anyone can do this. I think you've done a great job in finding these properties, and I think I was pretty tough because of my experience in property investment. I don't think that anyone could just go and do this still. I think you really, I mean, I've been really questioning you on stuff, and I didn't like the first initial properties. I think they're high risk. You know, I'm a bit further on, so I'm de-risking the properties by having simpler stuff, you know, like just standard ASTs. I don't want to do HMOs.
That's it. I think it's important to point that out as well, because, you know, this figure would have been about a third of this if we had gone with some of the others, but the risk would have been a lot higher.
We found and sourced £1.7 million worth of properties. The deals have been agreed. We've gone to legals on it. We've instructed solicitors. The cash that I've got to put in to acquire this is £84,375 approximately. This is a huge discount on what it would cost usually to buy this amount of property. You're talking at least 3, 4, 5, maybe even £600,000. That is fantastic. Nathan has managed to source these properties and structure these in such a way that we can do this, but it's not for everyone. It's hard work. There's been a lot of travelling, but we did it. So guys, it's the end of the documentary. We've done it, we're going home, but let me give you the final valuation and purchase price numbers of each property. Let's go. Stoke-on-Trent, valuation £75,000, purchase price £58,000. To Altrincham, valuation £490,000, purchase price £380,000. And Bournemouth, that beautiful block of flats, valuation £1,150,000. Haven't got a RICS valuation on that, but that's based on our comparables and lots of evidence based on that. And the purchase price is £850,000. What does that tot it all up to? Well, let me give you it. Valuation of all the properties, £1,715,000. Our purchase price for all three properties, £1,288,000. And my total cash in is a whopping £84,000. And I've got to go and raise that money through business and making it happen, being an entrepreneur. And that's coming in a further challenge. See you real soon.